Alright, so in this tutorial I'd like to show you how can we use the checkbox to do something in PHP. So once this checkbox is checked, so in my case I'm going to just display a message. You can see that we have hello there, this checkbox is selected. Also I'm going to be showing you how can we run also a JS function, not just PHP. As you can see on the bottom side we have this message, hello, this is a JS function. Alright, so let's get to work. So I'd like to start first by having a checkbox. So let's add it over here, but first let's add an HTML tag. So yeah, let's do this. So this is it. So for the title we don't care about it. So over here on the body, let's start with, I'm gonna give input, start with input, and for the type of it, let's give it a checkbox. Well, you know what, actually I don't need any of these HTML tags. Let's just keep it light so that you can understand all the basics. So let me just save over here and do refresh. And as you can see, we got a checkbox over here. So now what I'd like to do is to add another input. It's gonna be, the type of it's gonna be submit. So let's add another input. So the type of it's gonna be submit. It's gonna be button. So let's save that and let's do refresh. Okay, so we got our submit query. Also, if you want to change this writing that we got over here, you can add over here a value. And for example, let's call it just submit uppercase. Save, do refresh, there we go, so we got it. So basically this is what we want. Once we check this box and hit submit, I want to be doing something. So in my first attempt, I'm going to be just writing something down just to check if our function is working, and after that we're going to be dealing with the database. So let's get to work. So first thing we need to do is we need to put our input inside a form. So that form we need to use another method. So it's going to be the post method. So let me just do step by step. So first let's add a form like this, and also the second part of this form I'd like to move it down here, and also over here let's just give some space just like that. All right, so over here for the let's add the method. So I'm gonna just write method, and the method is gonna be post. So this is how you do it. Also we might add some action, but actually in we are on the WordPress, so there is no need to have that action. So I'm gonna just leave it empty. Okay, so we got this. So now I'm gonna just scroll down and I'm gonna switch to the PHP. So let's start with the PHP tag just like this. Let's scroll down like this, and over here let's add, for example, if condition. So we need to check if our checkbox is checked or not. So let's do this. So I'm gonna start with an if function, and let's open those parentheses. Also we can open those like this. So we need to check first if is set. So is set, which is set. So the one that we need to check if it's set or not, which is a checkbox. So since we are using the post method, so I'm gonna add a $sign like this and like this, and let's add a post. And inside that post we need to use the square brackets. I'm gonna be using again the quotation marks. So inside it we need to put something. So basically we need to check which one. So basically imagine if you are having multiple inputs over here like this. So we need to check which one is selected. So basically the way to identify the checkbox is to add some name. So in my case, let's call it just check number 1 like this. So if is set, which checkbox gonna be the check number 1, just like this. So if this one is set, do the following, which is, for example, to echo hello there, this checkbox is selected. So let's close that with a semicolon. You can also move a little bit to the side, and let's do refresh over here. So as you can see, we got nothing. So I'm gonna be checking this one and hit submit, and as you can see now we got it. So this method is working. Also, I'd like to show you something else. So in some cases we might want to run a JavaScript function once this checkbox is checked. So let me show you how you can do that. So for example, I'm gonna be going over here, and let's scroll down over here. We need to add first a script, but before doing that I'm gonna end my PHP tag because we're gonna be switching to the JavaScript. And over here I'm gonna be adding a script tag just like this, JavaScript tag. I'm gonna scroll down over here, and let's, for example, do something really easy. For example, console log hello, this is a JS function. Alright, so let's save that. In the JavaScript we don't need to close that, but if you do it, that's fine. Alright, so let's save. I'm gonna be doing a refresh, or you know what, let's just set our link like this, and I'm gonna right click and go to inspect element, and we need to keep an eye on our console. So let's do this. I'm gonna check our checkbox and hit submit. And as you can see, first we got our PHP function running, and also as well as down below you can see over here that we have this hello. This is a GS function.